Hey guys, my name's Kelly McQueen. I'm going to be posting this video on my YouTube channel, and I'm also going to be sending it to everyone I know on Facebook. I'm going to be posting it so everyone can see it. So I'm really happy that you pressed the play button and you watched this video. Now, I know I don't have my usual vloggers and I don't have my usual intro, and I can assure you there's not going to be much of an outro except maybe just some words on a screen, not my usual one. The reason I'm making this video is because at 10 AM on the 24th of January, so on Tuesday, 2012, we are going down to the Morgo Street Reserve to protest and then march across the Pacific Highway Bridge in Urunga. Now, as you guys probably know, I live in a town called Urunga. I've mentioned it a few times. Now, this is 25 minutes south of Coffs Harbour in New South Wales, Australia. If you're watching this video and you're a local, so you live from Grafton to Kempsey, anywhere in between, then you're a local and this affects you. Now, as the locals know, but others probably won't unless you've been watching the Australian news lately, we had a horrific crash and we lost 2 lives, actually about 200 metres up the road from me. If you hear trucks and cars going past, that's because I've got my door open and I live directly on the highway. Like, there's about 10-15 metres from my front door to the edge of the highway, to the road. So that's how close I am to the highway, just to put it in retrospect for those of you who don't know me and don't know where I live. Anyway, we had a horrific crash just up the street. It was only a few weeks ago. It was only about 200 metres up, and this is a photo of what happened. As you can see, there's a truck in a house. Now, what happened here is, I'm going to use some names here. I'm going to make this personal, because if I can make this as personal as possible, maybe it'll hit home and maybe you'll come and support us in our protest when we march across the bridge. A man named David Levitt, who lives in Urunga, so about 15 minutes down the road from me. And that 15-minute road is one of the most dangerous roads, and the Pacific Highway has actually been labelled the most dangerous highway in New South Wales. So David Levitt, travelling at about 5 AM in the morning, travelling up just past my house. He would have passed my house at about 5 AM in the morning, and he's come up to this bend that we have just up the road. It's really steep and it's quite curvy. For those of locals who do know what I'm talking about, you know what that bend is like. Someone actually has overtaken me on that bend, and that is just crazy. You know, that's whoa, like, dude, do you have a death wish? But David Levitt, about 5 AM, has come up to this bend, and for some reason he's crossed over onto the other side of the road, so on southbound lane. And I'm not going to put his head on the chopping block here. I'm not going to hang him out to dry and say, you know, it was his fault or anything like that. I don't know what happened. He could have sneezed. He could have passed out from something. Anything could have happened to David, but I don't know. So for whatever reason, be his fault or not, he's crossed over into the southbound lane, and a B double has actually gone to swerve, but still hit him, and the B double swerved and crashed into the house, as you saw in the photo. 2 people died in this crash. One was David Levitt. He was only 38 years old, and now he's across on the side of the road. I don't know David personally. I don't know his family, and all I know is he lived in Urunga. He was 38 and his name was David Levitt, and he owned a blue ute. That's personal enough for me, though. Is it personal enough for you? The other person who died wasn't even in one of the cars. He was sleeping in his bed. His name was Max. He was 11 years old. and that truck hit him while he was sleeping. Tragic, devastating, scary. Max and his family only just moved up from Penrith a little while before the crash. Their family was up here helping them do some DIY work and some renovations. What a great way to spend a holiday, huh? 7 people in the house were taken to hospital. And as you can see, that house is pretty busted. My condolences and that of all of Urunga goes out to Max and his family. We're sorry to lose 2 young people. David Levitt and Max. We're sorry to lose you. The 2 truck drivers had some massive injuries to their chest and were also taken to hospital. And the people in the house were also taken to hospital. Their conditions, I don't know. I certainly hope that they're all okay physically. I'm sure they're not mentally, but yeah, it's pretty scary. And I hope Max and David rest in peace, and I hope they're in a better place now. How many more people have to die before our bypass is approved and we start it? The Urunga bypass I knew about 5 years ago, and I thought that was happening 5 years ago. I don't know enough from that time to comment on what happened then, but all I know is the Ballina bypass just got finished, and that was the cue for ours to start. Now it's not starting for another 2 years. So out of the numerous people who have died in the past 2 years, nothing's to say that isn't going to happen again. The Pacific Highway, as I said, has been named the most dangerous highway in New South Wales. So let's bypass it. There's kind of nothing else to say. We've put speed cameras along there. We've changed all the speed limits. We've put them all lower, all the way through to Nambucca. What else can we do? We've got to bypass it. That's it. Everyone's been looking forward to this bypass since I can remember, and I've been here for 9 years. 10 years now, actually. So, yeah. What's it going to take? You know what it's going to take? The protest out in Urunga. Come down if you are local and you're able to get to Urunga at 10 a.m. to Morgo Street Reserve. That's across from the Ocean View Hotel or the pub, where they hold carols every year. Now, it's at 10 a.m. and we have got permission from the police and the road and traffic authorities. So it's completely authorised, and we've got permission for that. So don't worry, you're not going to get in trouble if you come down to protest and march across the bridge with us. We just need as much support as possible. I'm going to be down there with my camera taking statements from the community members and hopefully some emergency service members and see what they're saying about it. I'm sure that there's going to be news cameras down there taking statements as well. But I'm going to make a video of what's happening and I'm going to post it, and I'm going to send it into Today and Sunrise. So they're our local, they're Australian national news networks, news channels, Sunrise and Today. They're huge in Australia. So if you want to make a statement to me and be part of my video to send in to the news, please find me. I will be in the crowd. Me and my family own a motel in Urunga, and we're going down representing the motel as a community business to represent Urunga as a community business, as part of the community, to support our community, our family here in Urunga. I've been here for 10 years of my life, and it's been my home for 10 years. You know, I don't want to live in somewhere that's dangerous, and I'm sure everyone else here wants the carnage taken away from our streets, at least reduced. We know that the bypass is going to take a long time to build, but that's all the more reason to start it early. You don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. So come on, guys, if you're able to make it at 10 a.m. down to Morgo Street Reserve on the 24th of January 2012, please come down and show your support. If you want to make a statement, come and find me and I'll be happy to do so. And the video, as I said, will be edited that day and sent in to Today and Sunrise. So please, come on guys, show your support. Come down to Urunga and to Morgo Street Reserve at 10 a.m. Tuesday, 24th of January 2012. And just be a part of our community and march across the bridge with us, block the highway, and maybe, just maybe, we might save someone's life. Come on guys, let's do it. See ya.